And we welcome you back to CX Stadium with Ryde-Eastwood on the attack here. It's the Men's Open Division 2. Just kicked off only moments ago. You haven't missed any of the action as we see a kick through there. Fielded there by Heathcote Engadine. Michael Golikov back in the commentary position to bring you this action alongside my good friend Ross, who has been with us throughout the day. And Ross Thompson, this is going to be an interesting match here. It is the Division 2 Men's Open Grand Final.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. It is a pleasure to be with you. And, you know, we've seen some great games here. And this is a great concept. We've got a lot of men's open teams, and a lot of them haven't had a lot of experience at State Cup. And this is a Division 2 comp. There was about a dozen teams, I think, in the Division 2. And these two are the best two teams in the final now.
So the kick there deflected off the foot there. And Ryde-Eastwood will bring it back up towards the halfway line. Morris, the man who diffused the situation there, and Marlington got a ball free, picked up Leck there, and he'll be tagged about 25 metres out from the Heathcote Engadine line. So some real geographic journeys we're taking on Grand Final day here as we see a kick towards the in goal there. The touch judge has waved it away though, so we'll come back for the restart for this Heathcote Engadine side.
That was a great little kick, Michael, and it nearly set up, and it was a great chase by the Ryde-Eastwood player, and yeah, they nearly opened their account very early.
So it is the New South Wales Senior State Championships here at CX Stadium, Coffs Harbour. A great venue to host all these OzTag tournaments throughout the year, being the Senior State Championships, Junior State Championships, and later on the Nationals in both juniors and seniors, and then of course the World Cup in November. So a busy program of OzTag here at Coffs Harbour. The locals love it, and we all love coming to visit as well and enjoying the Coffs Coast as now Ryde-Eastwood find themselves pinned down there inside their own territory.
Smart kick there from the Heathcote Engadine players, and again backed up by a good chase. It's a little bit of to and fro here. Here's a kick, and advantage Heathcote Engadine here now.
Yeah, that kick does find the sideline, but not a lot of valuable metres behind it. So this will really invite Heathcote Engadine in with a real chance.
I saw the Ryde-Eastwood boys play this morning. They've got some excellent runners in their team. So Engadine Heathcote are really going to have to mark up in defence.
So penalty against Ryde-Eastwood there will give the Heathcote Engadine side even more valuable field position. So the tap taken, we're back underway. So Hollis will take it forward. He'll be tagged about 20 metres out from the Ryde-Eastwood line, come across to the right-hand side. Hollis again and getting involved. Playing it back to Talotta. This is Heathcote Engadine now looking to try and open the scoring. Talotta plays it back. Across the left they go. Hollis runs to the line. Little grubber kick there through. Thought it's been knocked on by Ryde-Eastwood. And the referee doesn't see it that way. He says it's still play on in the current tag count. So must be getting close to the last, and it is now the last for Heathcote Engadine. The little grubber kick there through. Chasing through nicely on his own kick. There was Slater Raptors. But he's been called back there, Ross.
Yeah, I think the referee's called a simultaneous tag. So as he kicked it, the tag was taken. And he made a quick decision, and that's what you want from the refs.
So this is the Men's Open Division 2. And what's the main difference between Division 1 and Division 2, Ross?
I just think experience. You know, and probably the number of players to choose from. And some of the teams like Central Coast and Nepean, they've got a lot of quality players to choose from. The Engadine Heathcote comp, you know, is growing in numbers, but nowhere near as big as Central Coast, similar to Ryde-Eastwood. And just experience and the amount of people they can choose from. But it's been a great success. I think it's fantastic for a lot of the teams without as bigger teams in their comp. Good kick there again from Ryde-Eastwood.
Got a good roll on to it. It's going to stop short of the try line. So if Ryde-Eastwood can get up there and stop them in their tracks, they've earned some good field position off the back of that kick. Indeed they do. So we've had just over 5 minutes of play here, 0-0 on the scoreboard. Good to have you on board for our live streaming coverage right around the world. Of course, the link through the OzTag Facebook page and oztag.com.au. Passing the ball out to the right-hand side now. Where goes Heathcote Engadine. The ball with Smith. Couldn't find a way through. Takes the tag. They have it about 30 metres out from their own line. Little grubber kick there through, running the race to the ball. Players queuing up in support, but the referee's going to call it back.
They've put on some great little kicks already, the Heathcote Engadine boys, and just unfortunately tagged at the same time as they're kicking.
So Peter Harrigan, the man in the middle for this one. There's another kick there through from Heathcote Engadine, but well diffused there by Ryde-Eastwood.
You know what I love about the game, Michael? There's number one out there. I think it's little Josh Smith. You know, he's nowhere near as tall or as solid as the other players, but he's out there having a go and making a good impact. So that's another great thing of the Div 2 comp too.
So you see Ryde-Eastwood now just over the halfway line. And happy to take a little settling kick there. But that one's gone out in the full. So maybe he was a little bit too relaxed in his approach.
Yeah, maybe not the right option. I think he'd like to have that one again and either pass back inside or kick a little bit more infield. A bit too early to be running the clock down now.
Particularly with a 0-all scoreline.
0-all as well, yeah.
As we see Todd Palmer now take the first hit up for this Heathcote Engadine side. The Blackhawks versus the Broncos.
There's a few Blackhawks out in the Shireway, out in the Royal National Park. I'm not sure about Broncos at Ryde-Eastwood.
No. Their rugby league pedigree is the Hawks for Ryde-Eastwood.
Yeah.
Doesn't always follow the rugby league pedigree, but that's just a little interesting fun fact for your afternoon as we see the ball with Ryde-Eastwood able to hold them out, but the referee's given a penalty to Heathcote Engadine, so they'll go back on the attack here.
I like to look at the man with the ball at the moment about to play it. I think that's Jordan Hollis there, the number 9. He just looks like he's got good vision, good little kicking game. I'd expect him to make a bit more of an impact as the game goes on. Been out there for a fair while now, so he's going for a sub. He looks a likely lad though.
So Ryde can't find a way through. Gets up and plays the ball. Now to Hollis. And there's a penalty against possession. So we've seen a number of teams throughout the day making that very costly error, conceding a penalty with ball in hand.
Yeah, he got pinged for defending the tag there, like leaning the body and the ball down so the defender couldn't get the tag. And yeah, costly turnover.
So they play it back now, Ryde-Eastwood, finding themselves fairly well trapped inside their own territory. Pearce couldn't find a way there through Rard, so he'll go back and play it. Up towards the half line, looking for a 50-10. Not sure if it's going to have the right turn on it. It's going to go end over the dead ball line. They'll come back for a 7-tag set. 10 metres out from their own line. Here the Blackhawks.
It wasn't a great set there from them, but it was nearly finished with a great kick. If it had kicked a little bit left rather than sort of straightening up, it would have been brilliant. But this is not so bad. They've got 7 plays, but Ryde-Eastwood have got them coming off their line or near their line.
So Palmer picks him off quite easily. Smith trying to dance his way through, beats the first attempt but can't beat the second. Both tags are off. And a penalty goes against them.
I think he's got him for protecting his tags there as well. But, I'm not sure. Josh has become my favourite player already, I think, given his stature, and looks like he really has a go. So I think that's what he got pinged for there.
Palmer shows it on the inside, takes the tag. Wasn't happy with it, didn't have the support he wanted, so this time Mawala goes forward. He'll be wrapped up 3 metres inside of Western touch. Good hole running there, going through a gap there was Pearce, but the tag came off. Had the right presence of mind to play on, but the tag was taken, so he has to surrender all that field position. They go back to the mark and play as they grab a kick down to the sideline. Well contained there by Heathcote Engadine. So both sides yet to register points in this one as we find ourselves just over 5 minutes away from the halftime break, Ross.
It's a grind, Michael, isn't it? You know, and there's a couple of nice little plays, but again, well covered up by the defence. Both teams just sort of look like they're struggling to get into a bit of rhythm here, so let's hope they will in the next 5 or so minutes.
So South play it back. Kicking early from inside their own territory. A good chase on it too. It beats the Ryde-Eastwood defender the first time around. Has a second go at their mock to clean it up, and then eventually he was quickly picked off there by the Heathcote Engadine defence. So Ryde-Eastwood now find themselves with a bit of work to do. Morris plays it back. They go down the short left-hand side. A bit of a dance and a bit of a skip there. and into open space. So it's a good dance and skip as they slide back through the middle corridor, looking for the offload. There's opportunity out wide, but the tags come off. Nonetheless, some good valuable metres made downfield. Now Ryde-Eastwood, back through the middle they come. Must be getting close to the end of the set here. Still a couple left, says the referee. They come across to the short side. Little show and go, pass got away. This will be the last for the Ryde-Eastwood side. One of the players there wasn't quite ready to duck the ball. They chance their arm, go across the sideline, needing a little kick here. In the end, Mock ran out of territory. And a few of the players there go sliding through the mud.
They're starting to find a little bit of rhythm, Ryde-Eastwood, aren't they? They're the team that sort of blinked first and got into stride a little bit. But good desperation cover there. And a good refereeing too, because there was contact on the tag, but the player was right on the sideline. And the defender really had no other option going for the tag, that he was perhaps going to bump him a little bit. So great refereeing.
So Hollis goes back and plays it. Now Salomon. And got in shape to kick there through Hollis, but then accelerates up towards the halfway line, about 5 metres short. So real struggle in this one. Both teams having their chances, not able to convert them into points though. This kick finds the sideline for Heathcote Engadine. Ryde-Eastwood will get the ball back there, Ross.
It's a real arm wrestle, isn't it, at the moment? I just feel like Ryde-Eastwood are maybe getting into their rhythm, but I noticed number 9, Jordan Hollis, is back out in the middle of the ruck there for Engadine Heathcote, so he's a good steadying influence, I think, for them.
So they play it centre field. Find themselves still fairly well contained within their own half, but they have shown some good game-breaking runs early. That's what they'll be looking for here as they work it out. Spreading the ball quickly. Running out of room once more is Mock. And Leck takes the tag in the end. He'll be wrapped up about 5 metres inside of Engadine territory. That ball sailed across, but it was well picked out of the air by Poole. And this will be the last for Ryde-Eastwood. Poole will get up and play it a little bit gingerly. Bit of pressure here on the kick. They managed to get away though. Running down the sideline, kick comes eventually, knocked on there by Engadine, but I think the tag was made earlier, Ross, and Engadine will get the ball back.
It was, and that's my man, Josh Smith, again over there on the cover, and I must say the Black Hawks boys are really covering really well. They've made some excellent tags. I do feel Ryde-Eastwood are getting into their stride, but the Black Hawks are really covering well, so it's a great game.
So Engadine up towards the halfway line, can't find a way through. Just looking for a missed tag to maybe present an opportunity, but so far both teams have defended very strongly. Across to the right they go. Looking for an opportunity out wide. That pass went sailing over the sideline here on Save Our Son Sunday. And Ryde-Eastwood will get the ball back.
That was nice ball movement by the Black Hawks, but yeah, just on the edges, just a fraction too flat. Probably the link and the winger, they just need a metre of space. And it would have been perfect.
So we're into the last minute of the first half. Ryde-Eastwood with ball in hand. An opportunity for them to go to the break with their noses in front. They need to get across the stripe first, and that has proven difficult thus far. So Ryde-Eastwood now through Ileona. Still a few more tags up their sleeve as they come back through the middle. Show and go, pass out and forward. They managed to do well to hold on to it. Tags off though, and a penalty coming up to Ryde-Eastwood as well, with just under half a minute left to play here. They want to get their skates on, get motoring downfield. Fan takes the tag. Time running out in this first half. The ball hits the deck. Ball still with Ryde-Eastwood, says the referee. The siren standing in the background. So that will be all. It's been a score-free first half here, Ross, which we haven't really seen too much of today, or right across the weekend, in fact.
Yeah, we haven't seen a try, but I'm like one of those big businesses that we see advertise a lot. I'm loving it. It's really good, like it's a battle, it's an arm wrestle. Neither teams, really on top. As I said, I do feel Ryde-Eastwood are getting into their rhythm a bit more, but great cover by the Black Hawks boys. So, yeah, I'm really liking it. I like the defensive nature of both teams, and, could just be one great play that we see that opens it all up, which would be exciting too. That's what we'd like to see. But no, it's a good battle.
So for Ryde-Eastwood, I think you're right. They've shown that they've got a bit of flair, perhaps a little bit more flair being demonstrated by Ryde-Eastwood as opposed to Heathcote Engadine. But in saying that, the Black Hawks, they're really into this battle right up to the necks. They're certainly not going away without a fight.
No, like I do feel like Ryde-Eastwood have got more potential to score a try. But I like the look of a couple of the middle players for the Black Hawks. And I'm just noticing their bench there towards half-time. The Black Hawks have only got 4 subs, so they're going to have to do some quick rotations. And the Ryde-Eastwood boys seem to have more subs, fit and healthy at the back end of the tournament. So again, that could play into their favour as well. But yeah, I think it's it's a great battle because it is very competitive. And we've got a team just looking to get into their stride, but the other team battling hard. So I'm really enjoying it.
So the players making their way back out onto the field for this second stanza. One that will decide the Men's Open Division 2 final here at the Senior State Cup for New South Wales. The Queenslanders had their State Cup last weekend, Ross. So no doubt they'll be starting to think about their national competitions later, later in the year.
Yeah, well, hopefully many of those players are watching this and enjoying the contest as well, like we are. And I think that was taken over the line there, unfortunately. And what happened there is he actually had his feet over the line when he caught it. If he had his feet in the field of play and sort of ran it over the line, he could have run out. But the linesman picked it up and it's a line dropout. So good start for the Black Hawks.
Can they make this opportunity a winner? Long dropout, nice airtime on it as well. Allows the Ryde-Eastwood defensive line to get up there and try and pin this Heathcote Engadine side further away from their own line. What can they do here, the Black Hawks? Tallotta plays it back. Lays it back on the inside for Smith. Coming across to the right-hand side now. Show and go. No room. Still going, though. Tags eventually been taken. And Hollis will play it back. This time, it was Riley Hollis who put the ball to the boot. Didn't produce a dividend, though. And now Ryde-Eastwood, well, they'll breathe a sigh of relief as they work it out from their own territory, Ross.
Yeah, and I like to look at the boy with the ball now, number 33, whose name is Theban Amathalingam. Try saying that quick, but I like it. I think if Ryde-Eastwood can give him a bit more space, he could burn them on the outside.
He's got that elusive look about him, that's for sure. And a penalty here to Ryde-Eastwood. So they need to try and find some of their strike weapons, as Ross just mentioned. They take the tap. 10 metres shy of the halfway line. Pearce looked to go through, but that gap closed quite quickly. So through to Poole now, ball back on the inside. This is Richard Tenton who takes the ball. And Poole now manages to beat through one, and then the referee says go back and gives a penalty away to the Heathcote Engadine side. So Ryde-Eastwood were looking to build to something there, but it all came undone, and it invites the opposition, the Black Hawks, back into their own half. And Riley Horace there almost thought his Christmas had come at once for a moment. It looked like it all opened up for him as they come across to the left-hand side now. No room there for Slater Raptors to make his way through. So he'll go back and play the ball. Black Hawks still a fair way out. And now penalty will help them get much closer.
Yeah, that's for grabbing the shirt there, and I don't think he did it deliberately, but he did grab the shirt and impeded the runner, so good penalty there. Great fear for the Black Hawks.
So Smith now with the grubber kick through, and Smith will win the race to the ball and score. Well, Ross had picked him as one of the players to watch. You've got the crystal ball out today, Ross.
Lucky guess. He just looked likely with plenty of energy, and it was a good... We spoke about a good individual play at half-time, and Ryde-Eastwood probably looked more likely, but there's the individual play we were looking for, and just got control, I think, as the ball was going down. You've got to sort of have control before it hits the ground. the ref deemed that he had it just in his hands, I think, or had control as he forced it, which is great play for Josh.
So the Blackhawks now with a 1-0 advantage, and normally you wouldn't say that's not enough, but the way this match has been played, it could be a match-winning lead.
Yeah, well, they've got two things on their side now, the Blackhawks, haven't they? The scoreboard and the clock just keeps rolling on, and if they play smart, they could roll it down 1-0.
So now we see the Blackhawks trying to get out of their own red zone once more. Let's have a look at their first and only try on the Save Our Sons replay. Just used his speed and tenacity to get through there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I'm surprised he actually didn't get it on the higher bounce earlier on, but he waited for the last one over the line and then just got his hands on it. Great decision by the referee and great camera work too, because it showed it clearly was a try.
Josh Smith there, the man who has the only try to his name in this match. As we see now, Ryde-Eastwood up towards the halfway line. Can they stay composed? Or will there's a collision there, going for the ball, and referee allows play to continue, but a Blackhawks player down under the after the contact of that collision, so referee will call time for the moment while we attend to this injury. Both players were diving for the ball there. It was a real collision, but one that was within the rules of the game, and we see there Jordan Salmon there just rising to his feet, so thankfully nothing too serious.
Yeah, you're certainly allowed to contest for the ball, and that again is good refereeing on 2 counts. There wasn't a penalty either way, because that imposes on the game just when guys are getting the ball, so really good refereeing there, and obviously the player was down injured. That disadvantages the Blackhawks, so right decision to call the game up and make sure, you know, it's still 8 on 8 and fair for both teams, so yeah, great refereeing.
So almost ready to get this one back underway. We're just waiting for the injured player to make his way across to the sideline, and Jordan Salmon. So we're back underway. Kick is deflected there. You'd have to say it was played at, picked up there by Ryde-Eastwood, and now penalty going against them as well. So everything at the moment is rolling the way of the Heathcote Engadine Blackhawks side.
Yeah, it was a charge down. I think the referee's saying that he can't dive on the ball in that position because it makes him they're still the attacking players, so they can't dive on the ball. He's got to pick it up cleanly. I think that's what the referee's ruled there. Yeah,
technical ruling, but I think you're on the money there, Ross. As we see Heathcote Engadine trying to scoot down that short sideline, but no room there through for Riley Hollis. He'll play it 6 metres out from the Ryde-Eastwood line. Just bringing it back through the centre passage there is Padwick. Now change of direction. Roland's there. Thought he had a chance to sneak down the sideline. The tag was made. This is the last for Heathcote Engadine. Smith now. A no-look pass there. Puts his player in a bit of pressure. And eventually they concede an error and turn over the possession there, Ross.
Yeah, not a great finish, was it? You know, I was just hoping Josh was going to go the line again and put another little kick in. It's worked once, it might have worked again, but yeah, he come off. Yeah, they've got a bit lucky there, Ryde, so it probably wasn't the play on the second play, but they've got 6 to go.
So Ryde-Eastwood now with a bit of work to do, trailing by 1-0, but time is on their side as they work it out from their own territory. Rard with the ball. Across to the right they go. Bit of fancy footwork there by Mawala. Couldn't bedazzle them on that occasion. Quick pass across the line. Referee allows play to continue. An opportunity opening up down the left-hand edge. But Morris was tagged and stopped in his tracks. They come back through Palmer this time. And he makes a good, valuable hit up before being tagged. They're moving well within striking distance now, Ryde-Eastwood. They know the clock is winding against them. They need to be next to score. Palmer, ball back on the inside. Finds Pearce, who takes the tag. Playing again back to Palmer. They send it across field now. Mawala beats one. No, the tag came off. So we're getting deep inside the tag count again once more. Away it goes through to Richard Tenton. This will be the last. Plays the ball back. Needs something good here from Ryde-Eastwood. Little grubber kick there through was misdirected. No effective chase. And that's just not what they needed.
No, and good cover again by the Black Hawks boys. They read it really well, and they cramped the kicker as well, and it was hard to get it away. Look, I think Ryde-Eastwood look most effective when they get it out to their link runners, and I'd like to see them get it a bit wider again. You know, Theben just made a good run down here and got his wing away, but here go the Black Hawks, good carry.
Yeah, some good work out of his own territory there, Jake Hollis, to get them closer to the halfway line. That's the centre strop you see there on your screen. Here's the kick from Heathcote Engadine now. Oh, did well to hold on to it there because Morris had a play at it. And now beats one and then tagged from behind. So he'll get up and play it 80 millimetres inside the sideline. As they work down that very short side. Palmer now takes the tag and they get a penalty here, Ryde-Eastwood. So this is just what they need.
Theben just showed his good footwork there again and good ball skills too. So he's the go-to man, I think.
So Ryde-Eastwood feeling that pressure starting to build on them now. Have to be next to score. Ball hits the deck and over the sideline. Well, not what the doctor ordered.
No, not with passes to the linesman. Apparently they don't catch and sprint down and score you a try. But yeah, look, I think they were looking to unleash Theben down the link area here, but yeah, just a bit misdirected.
So this could be telling blow. Heathcote Engadine could get another one. A two-try advantage. The way this match has been played will almost be insurmountable. The Black Hawks now moving well within striking distance, if I can use that military expression. They come across the left-hand side. And now Slater Raptus will take the tag. Happy just to control the football. Little grubber kick there through. Good chase on it. Picked up there by one of the strike men for Ryde-Eastwood in Brown. If he was in an open space, it could have been an interesting story, but they did well to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, I think they need to get it wide to their edges, but I think that's the right side to go. But good quick reaction from the Black Hawks boys. But yeah, I think they need to play a bit faster at dummy half, play the ball Ryde-Eastwood too if they're going to get a try. They're just a bit slow getting back to play the ball.
So Rollins plays it back for Ryde-Eastwood now. Away goes to Pearce. A couple of plays on the outside. They let it sing across the back line. Eventually, though, they ran out of room. Way back was Zeng. Now Poole puts a kick through. Easily fielded there at the back for the Black Hawks. And Mir beats one. Mir. Now he's opening up into open space. Mir crosses the halfway line. Wrapped up 4 metres inside of Ryde-Eastwood territory. So the Black Hawks now, whoa, an intercept here could have changed the way this game was about to unfold because the Black Hawks were looking likely, but the intercept was taken off Ryde-Eastwood. The tag was made, and Heathcote Engadine retained possession. Ooh, almost didn't though. They did well to hold on to that ball.
Just getting a bit sloppy with the passes at times, both teams, you know, and for the Black Hawks, they need to do this.
Here's another kick through from Smith. Bit of pressure on there too, and looks for the tag to try and force a dropout. The referee is going to say a tap restart, so he's ruled that it's gone over the required distance,
yeah,
over the try line.
Over the line and landed, and he's called it dead, so they bring it out for the tap, yeah. But that's not so bad from Josh Smith again, like he's got them coming off their line, and it could have sat up for him, so it's worth doing. They just don't need to throw sloppy passes now. With 3 to go, I think there is. So a little under 3 minutes.
Yep, they send it across to Pearce now. Got a pass way through to Hardy. Almost sliced his way through. Still shy of that halfway line. Bit of work to do for Ryde-Eastwood here. Lick. This is the last, so they haven't got it at their own half here. Kick from Palmer, a short one. Penalty here. This is just what they welcome with open arms here, Ryde-Eastwood.
Yeah, late tag on the kicker there. I think Ryde-Eastwood have got to go side to side with runners, you know, if they can hit holes on the edges. And if they get caught, go back the other side. I think they've got to really let this ball sing.
Just under 2 minutes left to go. If they can score next, we're into overtime. Looking dangerous here, Ryde-Eastwood. A ball back on the inside. Ialoka, he's over the line and scores. The tags come off. No try. Play on, says the referee. They come across through to Palmer. And he's denied just short of the line. Exciting stuff unfolding here. Ryde-Eastwood, they're playing for their trophy aspirations right here. They're about to evaporate if they don't score on this play. Through to Elioa. Now Palmer. Grab a kick through. Good chase on it. They're going to retaliate. Well, they're going to defend and hold them out once more.
I think he's called a tag again before the kick. Oh, no, it might have been late tag. By the looks of it, they got a tap.
Well, this is the last minute now. It doesn't get any more nail-biting than this. They're playing for keeps here. Ryde-Eastwood down the short side, a heavy contact. It's got to be a penalty. Indeed it will be. So the Broncos still with a little bit more time up their sleeve, but only seconds, not minutes. They have it 15 metres out from the Engadine line. Across to the right they go. Time running out. Palmer calling a man back on the inside. Palmer nearly went through. Just on 20 seconds here. They've got to score to draw level. Across to the right they go. Ball back on the inside. Intercepted there by Heathcote Engadine. And that should be just about enough. Yeah, that will be enough, you'd think. Here's the siren standing in the background. So only the one try to Josh Smith. And that was all that was needed to take the trophy to Heathcote Engadine in the men's Open Division 2 Grand Final.
Seeing that one little bit of individual brilliance early in the second half, and that's all it took. We spoke about that at half time, but it was a great game. I really loved that contest. Both, as I said, Ryde-Eastwood looked the more likely at half time to get the try. I think they went away from using their strike players a little bit in the second half. You know, there wasn't enough movement out to the link runners who could create. So well done, but I know it's low scoring, but I find those games really absorbing. Watching them play and the struggle, the to and fro, and so I really enjoy those games because defence and lots of covering that the Heathcote boys did, Heathcote Engadine boys did. So yeah, I really loved it.
So 1-0 has been the lowest scoreline we've seen in one of the finals today. But any win's a good win for Heathcote Engadine. They'll be celebrating, that's for sure, after winning the men's Open Division 2 final here at the New South Wales State Cup Senior Championships here at CX Stadium. So well done once more. Commiserations to Ryde-Eastwood. They're really into the fight right towards the end. In the last 30 seconds, Ross, they were still giving themselves a chance.
Yeah, they were, yeah. And they certainly attacking the line. And I would have liked to have seen a bit more ball movement earlier on and just ping it wide and go back the other way with people on angles and holes. But they certainly gave it a great effort. And I'm pleased to see, I think we're going to interview Josh Smith in a minute. And I thought he was the man of the match.
Well, he had a telling factor on the result of the match as well. As you said, you picked him as one of the strike weapons and then he went on to score a try. So Drury Forbes is down the sideline. Let's go to him right now with the man of the match.